Alright guys, I am back with my review of this week's Ring of Honor TV show for October 20th, 2012. And before I get on to the actual TV show, a couple things I'd like to mention. I'd like to thank the British Fist guys for giving me a shout out in their 2,000 subscriber video. I remember when I first started making videos on YouTube, they were one of the first wrestling channels I saw, so I really appreciate that. It was very cool of them to do that. And also I wanted to mention, I recently watched the Kevin Steen shoot interview. The High Spot shoot, Talk Steen Talk. He's got another one with Smart Mark Video that's like over 4 hours long or something like that, but I just watched the 2.5 hour one, and it was a good shoot. He doesn't really bash Davey Richards, which a lot of people thought he was going to do because of what Davey said about him, but it's still a good shoot interview. He tells some funny Chikara stories, and he actually brings up the fact that the heat between him and Jim Cornette is legit. It's not just a TV angle. Jim Cornette really does hate Kevin Steen. I have no idea why, but he says the entire Loser Leaves Town angle was just a way for Cornette to take him off of television. And he doesn't like Generico, which I think we all know that, or Colt Cabana. And I'm not really sure why. I think the Generico is probably, the whole issue with him is maybe he's too comedy for Cornette, but the guy is super over. So I think you just have to kind of look past that. I mean, I personally don't mind Generico. I'm a big fan of his. And Kevin Steen, the only thing I can think of is Cornette doesn't like the fact that this guy's made it so far being in the shape he's in. I mean, he comes out in a t-shirt and shorts and puts on great matches, and I guess that just rubs Jim Cornette the wrong way. That's the only thing I can think of, but it is a pretty interesting shoot interview. So anyways, on to the Ring of Honor TV show this week. I thought it was a decent show. We had 3 matches, survival of the fittest. I thought one match was really good. The other 2 were just kind of okay, so I was a little disappointed this week because I expected a lot more from Michael Elgin versus Rhino, and it just wasn't like a really great match or anything, so I was a little disappointed with that, but overall it was a decent show. And it starts off with Homicide versus Roderick Strong. This was okay. Homicide kicks out of the Gutbuster and the Sick Kick, but Roderick hits the double underhook powerbomb for the win. Homicide is just, he's gotten so slow now that he can still put on okay matches, but it's nothing really amazing. I mean, he's just kind of out there. He's not going to deliver these great 5-star matches. So I'm not really sure why they insist on using him. I mean, well, I guess they really just use him to put other guys over. That's really all he's been doing since he came back, is putting over Jay Lethal, Roderick Strong. Who else did Homicide wrestle? I can't even remember, but yeah, he really just puts over other guys now, and I guess that's why they continue to bring him in. But it's not that I don't like him. It's just, it feels like he's a completely different guy sometimes. So anyways, this match was just okay in my opinion. They show some clips from the Charlotte Caged Hostility show, which I was actually at, and I can see myself, but that's because I know where I'm at. So if you were actually watching this, there's no way in hell you would see me. But it was a really short clip, and it was from the Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly match. Kyle O'Reilly versus Mike Mondo is next. Davey Richards comes out to watch the match. I did like this one. I thought it was very good. Except for the finish. The finish was really strange. Kyle O'Reilly gives up to some weird submission hold. And at first I was thinking it was the stretch muffler, but not quite. Like, he didn't have the leg. So I'm not really sure what it was. And I think the angle here is that Kyle O'Reilly was tapping the ref, but he didn't give up. The ref just thought he gave up. So it was really weird, but I think that's where they're trying to go with this. That way Mondo can advance, and they can still say Kyle O'Reilly is a tough guy, and I guess build up a feud with him versus Davey Richards still. So, but I did like the match, just that was a weird finish. We get a promo by, oh my god, this promo here. It's not that the promo was bad. Mike Mondo cuts this promo on Final Battle and how he's coming back to New York City and he's super excited. And the funny thing about it is Kevin Kelly looks bored out of his mind. He's seriously, I guess, how would I say this? He's really just standing there, like, the whole time while he's interviewing Mike Mondo. He's not interviewing him. Mondo's just cutting this huge, you know, he's got a lot of energy, high-intensity promo, and Kevin Kelly's, like, it was really sad. He just looks so bored, and I guess he's probably done a ton of those, and that was like the last one of the day, and he was just out of it. He had checked out. Then we get Barrister Artie Evans' promo. He says he canceled Ciampa's insurance premiums 3 months ago, and he's put a restraining order on Prince Nana. A great promo by Adam Cole in his upcoming match with Kyle O'Reilly for the TV title. And then we get the main event with Michael Elgin versus Rhino. Truth comes out with both guys. He comes out with Elgin, then he runs to the back and comes out with Rhino. And he says it's a conspiracy against the House of Truth. He asks Rhino to step down, but he refuses. He asks Elgin, he does the same. They start fighting. Roderick Strong comes out to watch. And Roderick gets on the apron to yell at the ref. And while he's distracted, Truth runs in the ring. He tries to beg Rhino not to gore Elgin. Rhino picks him up, puts him on the top turnbuckle, and Elgin spears or gores Rhino, and then hits the spinning powerbomb for the win. So Michael Elgin advances, and that was it. Next week is the finals of Survival of the Fittest, so that should be a good show. But yeah, like I said, I did enjoy this week's episode. 3 good matches, but I just kind of expected more this week, especially from the main event. But overall, it was a decent show, and hopefully next week's is really good with the finals for Survival of the Fittest. So anyway, that's my review of this week's Ring of Honor TV show. Hope you guys liked this video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Bye.